story time. I may or may not know someone who became one of the top 100 crypto whales in the last bull run of a particular altcoin that made it into the top 10. He dropped a few $1,000s into a crypto coin on some research. I'll put it that way. And he turned 4 figures into like seven or 8 figures. And he did not take profit at the top, and that coin is no longer in the top 10. It's probably top 200 at this point. He lost a lot of money. And this came up in a conversation this week with a friend who's not related to this guy, and he was like talking about an altcoin that he's made a ton of money on. And I wanted to walk you through this. If your portfolio, so say you knock it out of the park with a random altcoin, that's great. That's great. Let's hypothetically say you are long Fartcoin, and you are like, the hot air rises. Let's just hypothetically say you say hot air rises, right? And you bought at like 3 cents, and it's at 63, and it's going to go to like $2 or something. Maybe Brian Armstrong lists Fartcoin before PopCat, because that would make the most sense. Please help us, Gary. But anyway, the point is, say you're at this point, say your portfolio is like 75% BTC, 2% Fartcoin, because you just thought it was funny and you threw a few $1,000s. If we get to the end of like a market, or at any point you even get in a run, it doesn't even have to be the end of the cycle. If your allocation at some point inverts, and now you have like 2% of your dollar value is now Bitcoin, even though you haven't bought or sold any more Bitcoin, but this bag has just kaboomed, and now your portfolio is like 7 figures, 6 figures, whatever, but major cash, but you're in like Fartcoin, not Bitcoin or like OG Ethereum, you need to start rebalancing. And it's not saying you should fully abandon the hot air balloon that is Fartcoin. What I'm saying is you should start taking profit along the way. Dump it back into Bitcoin would be my recommendation, albeit this is not financial advice. And just put that stuff on a ledger and forget about it. 5 to 10 years from now, you will not be upset with yourself. You may have lost potential gains. I know someone who round-tripped like $250,000 in Bowden. Just put some in Bitcoin. If you can turn a few grand into a few Bitcoin, and you just put that to the side and forget about it, it's going to be awesome. Maybe I'm overlooking the utility of a coin like this. Maybe this is going to flip Ethereum and Solana, and it's the next best thing. I don't know. But what I'm saying is you get into it with one of these random coins, and it makes it into the top 10 or something crazy like that, rotate. Get some OG Bitcoin to back you in case all hell breaks loose. Sometimes these new coins get hacked. They literally can go to zero. Someone was in Luna back in the day, way back in the day, and the dude had his like 90% of his portfolio in Luna, and that dude went camping. He went camping with no internet service. He left for his camping trip as a millionaire on a highly backed coin, right? He came out of the woods. He got cell service. And he found out that 98% of his portfolio was gone. That can happen to anything, but it's definitely more likely to happen on a random coin that's never been made through one entire cycle. So keep that in mind on these ridiculous runs up. Just try to rebalance your portfolio, whether that's cash or Bitcoin, however you want to do it. But like, don't be in a weird new alt and be that heavy. It can burn you and cost you a cycle. My dude, my good friend probably would be retired by now if he had not messed it up. And he literally got into the top 10 on the alt. And I begged with him. I said, dude, the fact that your altcoin got in the top 30 is a miracle. You got into the top 10. Take a few $100,000 out of this, whatever, and do something else with it. Get it out, because you're like 95% this random altcoin now that's been on the market for a year. So anyway, I digress.